Joining us is Justin Jackson. Justin, as we approach the end of the season, certainly we need to think about how we're going to care for our bonsai over the winter months. And you have a nice selection here. Some are tropical, some of these are hardy landscape plants. How do we care for these during the winter?
Sure. So on my tropical plants, such as the ficus and this African baobab tree, and also the jade tree, I'll take those inside and put them under a grow light in the winter. And actually on some of the baobab trees, I'll even take the soil completely off of them and wrap them in newspaper and stick them up in the top of the closet.
Just
over
let
winter.
them go dormant
Yep, just
over
let
the
them
winter.
go totally
That's
dormant.
similar to their native habitat where they'll have a dormant season.
Really dry season.
Now what about these hardy plants that you have?
Now on these, I'll pick these up and just carry them right over here and put a row of them all along the side of the house here. This is on the south side of the house, and so these rocks keep it fairly warm overnight for a while. And then I'll take a lot of the trees that are growing back here, and I'll mulch up some of the leaves and just pack mulch around the trunks of these up to about right there, and just leave them.
That'll help keep the warmth that comes in during the daytime in, but also some of that injury you might get from freezing and thawing since we're facing the south here.
Right.
So any south-facing wall, I'm sure that brick or stone is the best, but
that's what I've found anyway.
All right, anything else we want to think about with water over the winter?
Well, and one of the things I wanted to point out also is that a lot of people actually build small cold frames and store them in cold frames over the winter. And if you've got a greenhouse, you can store some of your tropicals in a greenhouse. But yeah, as far as watering, it's going to be very occasional. It's going to depend on if you've got a little bit of snow that's already falling and melting. You don't want them to go bone dry, but just keep them just a little bit moist is what I try to do.
All right, well, thank you, Justin.
Sure.